pocket and dictate with his boot nice and early on.
Mentioned there the flower. There's more Marlo Welch for the Pangela SVD Eagles. He spent some time away in Europe, played in Russia as well, but he's got a lot of experience about him as well.
Yeah, really talented flower of his Marlo. I had the privilege of coaching him. Very skillful, plays on that vantage line. More accustomed to the 15 jersey, I would say. Played most of his rugby or younger rugby in the number 15 jersey. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes nice and early on. I'm sure Boland will try and look to put him under real pressure. And defensively also put the forwards, bring the big men to run around the corner, run directly at him, see if he stands up to that defensive onslaught.
Yeah, look at those pictures here. There's the SVD Eagles men just getting ready for their game to get things started here. The breeze, as I said, is actually blowing across the field more, so maybe not favoring one or the other side, but it will certainly play a part here. I'm sure there's some splattering of clouds about, but no rain. I'm sure we'll be in for a mouth-watering encounter. As I said, and it's the Sanlam Boland Cavaliers. They're leading the pack here. I have 1-2 from 2, beating EP as well as the Falca. They nearly put on 50 points in both those games, so they'll be looking to continue in the same vein. SVD, as I said, played 1-1, lost one. They lost to EP and they won against the Border Bulldogs, so I'm sure they will be up for this encounter as well. And going by what we've seen in the Craven week, for both these teams, I think their teams have really shaped up well in those weeks.
Yeah, one has to say that the wealth of talent coming through both these regions is extremely exciting. Of course, the challenge always for these smaller unions is to try and keep the talent in the union. So that'll be rather difficult to do as it is. But nonetheless, fantastic to see how well both sides have performed in this year's Craven weeks.
Yes, the Boland Cavaliers making their way onto the field, being cheered on by the crowd here in Ceres. And it's a great thing as well by Boland, taking the game to the people. Not so long ago we were there in the glorious town of Piketberg as well. They play most of their games out in Wellington, and I believe they're going to go out to Worcester as well. So going around their region as well, it is a vast region that they cover as well, Boland. Here's the captain, Thurlow Mars leading the team as well. And in that game, he at Piketberg, where they played Eastern Province in the SA Cup, he had a storming game that day. As I said, the ever-present Thurlow Mars is always there. Match referee, making his way out to the middle as well. Marius van der Westhuizen. He's got a wealth of experience as this man. So it looks like the team are just going to line up as meeting the dignitaries, as everybody want to form their, or have their day, as just the game's been brought out to Ceres today. So I'm sure there's a number of people that would love to get to meet the players on show today.
Yeah, what has really impressed me this afternoon is the turnout. Both stands on the left and the right are back to the rafters. People have come out to see their local heroes. And I really hope the rugby lives up to all its expectations.
I'll tell you what, when we were making our way down here, most people carrying bags, making their way to the ground, is sort of giving their little bit of a festive vibe to the game, to the day's activity. Behind us is loads of crowds as well gathered. Sure, taking the game out to these parts as well. These people also, the people here, also want to make the best out of it and make the most out of it as well. So we're going to have a minute's silence, or the national anthem, I should have said. How to get started for this mouth-watering encounter, as I said, between these two teams. I look forward to this. It's gathered from the scores that these two teams have mustered up so far. It seemed like we could be in for a feast of running rugby as well. As I said, the ground underfoot as we walked across here, Morgan, was a little bit soft underfoot. And I'm sure these two teams just want to get at it now.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's all systems go. Good warm-ups from both teams. Must be honest, it did look like both sides do want to give the ball some air. So it'll be interesting to see their approach in this opening couple of minutes.
Yeah, it will be interesting, and it's going to be Marlo Welsh. He's going to start us off there. Loud blow on the whistle, and we're about to get going here in this encounter, in this First Division Currie Cup match. Yeah, in Ceres. It's a little bit of a fumble there by Opperman. Gathered nicely, just taking play up to the 22. September looking for the ball, just getting something set up for him. David's going to put foot to the ball, and that's a very, very good touch finder first up, taking play almost up to the halfway line, if not bang on it.
Yeah, that is a good start there from the Cavaliers. Bit of a fumble to start, but then settled it down nicely, back in the pocket. And plenty of rugby going to be played on the near side, with the wind, as you already mentioned, blowing over the main grandstand.
Yeah, short on penalty there. Free kick here to Boland Cavaliers, quickly taken by September. He gets it out to Davids, and they are fuller running up to Mitchell. He is exciting to watch as the ball is made up there to the left winger, Engelbrecht. Set up again, good phase. Davids. Oh, that's a big hit on the captain, Marsh, but he's still going forward. Still got control of the ball. September again with ball in hand. They keep switching the play. It was Lamprecht trying to get his foot in. Just tied it up there by Aronson. September out to Davids again. That's a very flat pass out to Mitchell on the far side, and he's again making yards forward. Close to the touchline there on the far side. September comes out again. Switching play nicely. So this is great continuity here by the Boland Cavaliers early doors. Davids gets it out to the big man, Van der Westhuizen. September again, Davids. Out to Lamprecht, he beats one or two. Gets it out to the right winger of Hoffman. He's still going. It's close to the line. Referee says just a little bit of a knock on, but that's exciting play in the early stages here by the Sanlam Boland Cavaliers.
Yeah, you mentioned it. A really good start there from the Cavaliers. Hold the ball through a couple of phases. That must have been in excess of 10 to 12 phases, maybe even more. Up the right-hand side. A bit of a chicken wing there. Presence of mind, stepping off the right foot. That's what you want to see from a winger, keeping the ball in play. And then unfortunately there, September just, as it looked as though the Cavaliers were going to get over, just a slight knock on. An opportunity here for the Eagles to grab a breather and exit as well as they can.
They're right on their own 5-meter line here. It's going to be Tory to throw the ball into the scrum. This is going to be the first scrum of the match. So let's see who's got the upper hand here.
Are we going to debate whether it's going to be a reset?
No, not at this stage. Let's give them one or two. That's him. Looks a good steady scrum there. Picked up at the back, Tory. Fires it out to the inside centre of Sass. The ball's been lost forward, and there Marsh comes away with it. He flings the ball out into midfield.
Still knock-on advantage, yeah.
Tied it up nicely there by Abrams, but they're going to come back for the knock-on advantage. Definitely no advantage gain there, but interestingly enough, early stages here, even from broken play, Boland Cavaliers seem to have the upper hand here.
Here we go.
They're definitely going backwards there. Cavaliers scrum, all 8. Head down, moving forward. Clever play to get it out nice and early there from the Eagles, but unfortunately, once again, just that error in the carry.
We'll be slow. There was quite a battle on that side to get the bind, so that's why we'll be slow.
Yeah, just here the referee just trying to set his mark here early doors with the scrum. They only had one scrum so far, but he's more than happy to have a word with the front rows. So he's come here to the other side. It's going to be September to feed the scrum.
Bind. Sit.
Hoffman directly behind the scrum. And there's the first reset. This seems to be
the other side. Can I
part
ask
of the
you to get
game
along
here.
the line and get that arm up, please?
In the scrumming area as well.
So, ek sal nou kyk daar. Ek was so gefokus op daai bin van daai. Want die een is op die skouer en die een se arm is af.
So we're going to try again here.
So, okay.
Midway between the 22 and the try line here of the Eagles.
Crouch. Crouch.
Backline seems to be very close to each other.
Bind.
Fairly flat.
Sit.
There's the scrum. That's a good scrum there by the Cavaliers. There's an advantage here to Boland, and September, he comes away with it, and he's going for the line, and over he goes, and there's the first try right under the post. All set up by a really good scrum there by the front pack.
Very, very good play there by the Cavaliers. The backs will take the credit, but without a doubt, it's the scrum that sets the tone.
Yeah, that scrum was just a really good, strong scrum there by the Cavaliers. They got the advantage from that. They just, as he picked it up, he saw a gap, as all scrum halves do. They just seem to find a gap where no one else does. And over he went for the first points, or the first try. 2 points is added there by Davidson. The Cavaliers go on to a 7-0 lead early stages here.
Yeah, we spoke about it. It's the big scrum that sets the tone. And then September, presence of mind, hold it in as long as he can. Plenty of runners. You spoke about it, them being slightly tight. I quite like the idea of them being tight, sucking in the defenders. But still plenty of holes, and over he went for the first score.
Welsh with a start. Kicks it straight there to Williams. He's been a strong man here for Boland Cavaliers in the SA Cup. Certainly want to continue that form here into this Currie Cup season. In September, looking for the ball. Davids is deep in the pocket. It's going to be the box kick.
Use the wing.
That's the first one that we see. I think we're going to see plenty of them. This is now the fullback here for SV there. It's Abrams. Set up nicely here for SVD. Now can they make a play here? Just trying to get over the advantage line with a few of the forwards. Gary Welsh again with the kick. Has that gone too far? That has gone too far with the breeze carrying that with us. That's going to play a massive part today.
Yeah, not necessarily the wrong idea. Just the execution that let him down.
It's going to be Boyson now to feed the line for Boland. And they certainly have been very, very good at line-out time from what we've seen in the SA Cup, and certainly they're going to continue that here. Williams always the man, a good candidate for him to throw the ball to. They've got Williams there. Number 5, they've got Bernard. Number 4. And it is that man, Bernard. He just couldn't manage to hold on to the ball, but September have tied it up. Lamprecht with a sterling run, trying to get over the advantage line again. No advantage gain. Just pulling down in the line. So penalty to Boland.
Yeah, some real discipline here from the Eagles, letting them down. They haven't had much possession. They just want to get their hands on the ball. The discipline won't allow them to do that.
Yeah, and that's a good touch finder there by Ashland Davids.
Okay, this is the middle.
About 10 meters out of from the touchline there of SVD. I'm sure this will be a pick and drive for sure. They've showed they've got the power in the scrum. Now can they have it here at ball time as well? First things first, got to be the line-out. There it goes in the hands of Orenson, making his way out.
Side entry.
Now to Boyson, and there he goes. It's a penalty advantage here to Boland Cavaliers, and they're certainly dominating early doors. And Marsh with the quick hands there to Williams. Good clear out there as well by the Boland players as Davids. He goes for the cross kick. And I think that man was in front of the kicker, and that's a very good call there by
No advantage.
the
Number 5 side
referee.
entry at the
So
mall.
they're going to come back here for the penalty advantage. Way on
Number
this
5
side, on the
entry.
right-hand
He's
side
hitting
of the field.
On the second layer at the mall.
Yeah, enterprising play there from Boland nonetheless,
Number
even
5.
though referee has deemed him to be in front of the kicker. As soon as the penalty goes out, you see this action amongst the backs, wanting to make something happen, put it on the boot, play the 50-50, you know you got the advantage, you can come back for it.
Tell us, Moles, what's your thinking here?
Okay, this
You've
is
got
it.
that penalty advantage here. You've gone for the line out. Surely you're backing your forwards here.
You've got to back the forwards, you've got to keep it nice and tight. 7-0 lead, score another one here, takes you to 14. Keep it nice and tight, you know your forwards have the upper hand, as we can see as
Once
Boland
now.
don't move forward.
He's through the middle.
Moore
Perfectly
still
through
going
the middle.
forward, and September comes away with it, and Lamprep steps off his left, get past one. Quick ball out to Davis. They've got numbers aplenty here on the left-hand side, and eventually the ball goes over to Engelbrecht.
Right.
The left winger, easy as you like. They had numbers aplenty. Again, great build-up by the Cavaliers side, and they've come here to play, and it was an easy score for Engelbrecht all the way on the left-hand side there.
So say. Ek was happy geweest vir die bal uitgegee was dit agter die Water's hier wat dit baie erg laat lyk.
That was a great bit of play by the Cavaliers, and there's certainly been plenty of running, and they showed what they want to do here today. Going into a 12-0 lead. It's going to be Davis to see if he can add the 2 points, and this time it's a much more difficult kick from the left-hand side, left-hand touchline. He's got the win that might assist it as well. Can he add the 2 points? But all the play being done here by the Boland Cavaliers. Just 2 or 3 steps, and that's over. He goes. The flags are aloft. What a kick, and what a start there by this Boland team.
Yeah, they look really impressive. I mean, once again, strong carry in midfield, and then it's just down the backline through the hands, and a canter over in the corner to take a 14-point still lead.
Well, Esvide's got it all to do here. Welsh again going to start us off here, but they're going to need something just to get themselves into this game. Puts that one high in the air. Again, Opperman. He takes it into contact. Taking play outside the 22.
Okay, use it please, 9.
Again, looking for the box kick is September. There it is. The runners are coming. Excellent take there by Abrams. Might have deemed to be a little bit high. Kick forward by Esvide. Davids, he tied his up very well and sort of sets him on his way as Mitchell. He's brought down just short of the halfway line, still in their half. The ball has been stolen by SVD, and now it's their turn to see if they can muster up some sort of attack. Turing gets it out. Just flung out here to the left winger. Sane. He's brought down at halfway line again. Turing gets some of the forwards in attack there. That was Royal. Kick high there by Turing into the 22. That time is smartly taken there by Jansen.
You can't have the scrum, eh?
Just struggling to get going, struggling to get into the game. Maybe they just have to show a little bit more patience with the ball, taking through phases a little bit.
Yeah, ball in hand has to be the approach. I've got to agree with you, Eugene. Seems as though they're just kicking away the ball too aimlessly at the moment.
Keep watching.
Well, they've got a scrum here. About 8 or so meters inside the half here of the Cavaliers. It's going to be Khan again to see if he can find these jumpers here.
Okay, just wait. They're showing good respect to you at the gap of the line out. I expect you to do the same, please. Thank you.
Referee just having a word with the Cavaliers, just with the gapping.
Yeah.
So they're going to try and do this again. That's a good throw by Khan. Tory finds Welsh. Get some of the flankers there. At midfield again as Toring, he opts to kick it just over the top, and that's tied it up again.
It's outside
by Davids. That ball is high up in the air. Toring has made his way back. What can he muster up? He decides he's going to put foot to ball again. That's high in the air. September's trying to set it, but that's well done by Toring. But
everybody, you've got to keep on retreating, please.
Got to retreat, says the referee. So penalty here to Boland. And we thought there might be a little bit of a kicking duel with this Breeze.
Got to keep going back, please.
I just feel for SVD to get into this game, they just need to show a little bit more patience and time with that ball.
Yeah, they got to have ball in hand. Got to start to exhaust this ball on defense, put them under some pressure. As the kick is not out, Eugene.
Yeah, and that's a first mistake there for David as Wesh. He boots it downfield. Opperman, and he's knocked it on. So that's a massive advantage gain there for SVD, and they seem to be pumped up by that. And is that something that might spark this team a little bit?
Just be what they need, Eugene. You mentioned it. Field position, ball in hand, put the ball through phases, and maybe an opportunity here for this very dangerous backline of the Eagles, which we know they have, to run at this Boland defense and start to test them.
Good bind, a long bind.
Got the likes of Edwin Sassett inside centre there. He's a former Boland player as well.
Most importantly is the break.
JP Devanacher, he's also there outside centre. But we've got to keep an eye out for this number 11, Umponsa Nsane. Seems to be a live wire as well at left wing. So it's going to be Toring to throw the ball into the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
It's a much steadier scrum there by SVD. Toring, he flicks it out to Nsane. Tries to get over the advantage line. That's quick ball out to Sass. He tries to keep the ball available. Well, she comes around. He tries to put the foot to ball. And it's a line that wins. And that was good play that time by SVD. Just running out of real estate on the right-hand side there.
Yeah, much better play this time. Nice start to move there. Plenty of runners. And then it's quick ball that wins the day. Malu Vaich taking the ball on the advantage and putting it on the boot just a little too heavy. And it eventually runs into touch.
Okay. Get your number, please.
I'm going to start following you and say Marlo White. It's a lot easier to say. I'll go with you there. This is a defensive lineup now for Boland. It's going to be Boyson with a very important throw here for the Cavaliers. That's a great catch there by the captain himself, Mars. Now it's Arendse. He always manages to get over the advantage line as well. Good counter rock, but it's a penalty to SV there.
No.
Just about 5 meters short of the try line. Now it's interesting. Decision-making time here for this SVD side, and they're going to opt to kick for the line.
I was touching over there at Blanque Lefau.
Now it's their time to see if they can get a catch and more going here. Khan again with the feed into the lineup. Not in straight, says referee. So
talk about a coach killer. That's one right there. Coach St. Kirshner can't be happy. With that, he'll be pulling out his hair at the thought of a penalty. Kick for touch. The basics. You've got to find your jumper, set them all. Unable to do so.
In a situation like that, as we see David looking for his touch, he finds it. In a situation like that, Morgs, are you trying to get it right in front, or are you trying to throw to the back of the line out more? Especially with this win, especially if you haven't had much of the ball.
This is the middle.
I think the option there is, the teams are not going to really want to contest close to the line. They're going to want to keep all 16 feet on the ground, ready to counter shove. So just throw the two ball, take the wind factor out of it, throw the two ball, get everyone in behind, and try and gain the ascendancy on the driving maul.
That time they opted for a little bit long as well, and now the maul is being set forward, and there's a penalty advantage straight here for SVD. And they are really itching their way into this game. More still going. Eventually he's brought down. That's Basson. Comes up with Toring. Sass, he finds way. He gets it out here to Abrams. Abrams sees, he tries to spot a gap. He's run out of real estate touring. He's made his way back there to that ruck. It was quick hands there by Weich. And the referee blows loud his whistle. They're going to go back to the penalty as no advantage has been gained. But now we can see that enterprising play from this SVD side coming into play.
Yeah, they do look a lot more dangerous, ball in hand.
He's attacking the ball from the opponent's side. Shot.
Decision time here for SVD captain.
It looks like it's a little bit of a committee meeting first to see, but he's decided now that they're going to have a pop at the goal. And I think this is good. They want to get some points on the board. They want to get something from this little bit of play that they've had in the last 5 minutes in the half of Boland Cavaliers. They want to come away with something, and sometimes that also just keeps things going, keeps momentum going in your way as well.
One has to wonder, however, what message does that send to the Cavaliers squad?
It's a good
Not
question.
really feel like their line-out is currently functioning. Don't back the line-out. They've only had one skew throw potentially. Kick for the corner. Change the entire complexity of this game if they score from that driving maul.
Yeah, so Session touring. He's going to see if he can add 3 points here for the Eagles.
No.
That kick looks like it's drifted past the left and upright, so they're going to come for a 22 dropout.
22. Okay, after you.
So it begs the question, if you don't want to kick for your line and you can't take the points, what's your next option?
The scrum hasn't necessarily been going forward, Eugene.
As Davids kicks the ball long into the half here of SVD. Weich again.
Green, keep coming.
He kicks the ball high into the sky here in Sirius. That's an excellent take there by Jansen. But it's SVD that comes away with it as Khan, the big man. He's foraging forward, making some grounds going forward as well. Yeah, the ball comes out. Weich on the inside ball. The defensive line of the Boland Cavaliers were good there. There's a chance of the forwards just to get their hands on the ball. Touring, he decides to pop the ball over the top. Chases on. But the Cavaliers, he wins the race there. The left winger came all the way across from his left wing, Engelbrecht. And that's good covering defense here from him. It's going to be a line dropout.
Once again, Eugene, I'm not sure that's the right option on the 22, on the attack. The dink over the top. You're kind of creating a 50-50, you're giving away possession. Maybe hold the ball in hand, just have a bit more patience on attack. Back your forwards to come around the corner, get you some front foot ball.
It's an excellent take there by Touring. He's Tansane, and he's hit hard in midfield there. But the ball is still there for SVD. They're trying to launch an attack there. They just got to be patient here. Touring again. Finds his outside centre, Devanacher, and he breaks one or two players, and he's just got to feed the ball inside to Sass, and over he goes. And that's an excellent score for SVD there. They showed a little bit of patience, showed a little bit of enterprise, and that's a great score, and that certainly gets them back in this match here. Edwin Sass, the former Boland player, scoring against his old team. Certainly they well chuffed, and that was excellent stuff. And I think you called it earlier. You said this SVD team will be full of running, and they certainly looked like that. And it begs the question again, why kick the ball away when they can do that with the ball as well, with ball in hand? So it's going to be Session Tory. Much easier kick this time. See if he can add the 2 points for this Pangela SVD Eagles team. And there's a 2 point. So takes the score now. Boland Cavaliers 14, SVD Eagles 7.
That was a big score there for the visitors, so-called. Really good rugby this time. This time backing their ability, ball in hand. Beat a couple of defenders. Eventually wiggles his way out and then still has the presence of mind to look on the inside to Edwin Sass, who goes over and scores the opening score for this Eagle side. And it's 14 points to 7. They're right back in it after having not had much of the possession for the opening 25 to 30 minutes.
Said we got to keep an eye on that. JP Devenacher, he broke 2, 3, 4 tackles maybe to get into the gap. As Davids, he starts things off here again for us. Taken in there by Kluti. Storing, he kicks it high into the sky again. Jansen sort of misjudged that. Can judge that, gone backwards. Now then, that's the right winger. He's decided to go forward as well with ball in hand. That was Hoffman for Boland Cavaliers. Davids, he finds Lamprecht now in the midfield. Lamprecht decides he wants to go, destroying a few of the defenders as players taken up to the 10-meter line. Davids again, and that's a short ball to Boyson. September, Davids. Oh, and that's been knocked. And that's advantage play as Opperman, he decides he's going to take play into the half here again, and that's a quick offload to Jansen. Has he got the support? He's got that in the form of Van der Westhuizen, and as Davids now again decided to change the play. As Bernarde, he goes forward, taking play inside the 22 now of Westfield. September, quick ball to Davids. Davids decides to have a quick ball through, and the ball's been lost, and it's been hoofed forward by SVD, and the chase is on as Lamprecht, he decides to come back. And that's excellent defense, but excellent chase as well. And the referee again has his arm out for a penalty advantage, it seems, here to SVD, and this is a free play. Ball again has been kicked forward, but I'm sure they're going to come back here for the advantage. In fact, it's just a knock-on. So that was actually great work by Lamprecht. That could have turned into another 7-pointer.
Yeah, that's much better. Massive turnover. Initially, Boland were taking it up the left-hand side of the field, and then as the referee calls advantage over, he puts on the boot, regathered, and brings play all the way down till up to the 22 of this Boland Cavalier side. And just once again, that kick, hold the ball through a couple of phases, you're on the attack. You've seen how dangerous you can be with ball in hand.
Are we going to count how many times that kick has worked today in the first 26, 27 minutes? Yeah, I'm sure that is frustrating, especially for you.
Come on, guys,
watching that.
Up, please.
But this is an attacking scrum here for SVD, just outside the 22. So they got options right or left. It looks like they're going to go right.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
It's picked up at the back. Pass out to Toring, and that's a high tackle. And I'm sure the referee's going to have a word here. That was Arendse, unfortunately, with a high tackle.
Initial contact is on the shoulder. Matthew with the penalty only.
I think he was maybe fortunate that Toring is about 4 foot and Arendse is 6 foot. But nonetheless, just got to watch those tackles.
You know, one has to start to question the decision making from the Eagles. Now this time, quite an easy 3-point kick to potentially get them within 4 points. They decided to go for the line-out. We know the line-out hasn't necessarily worked.
Again, it has been scrappy this time around again, but they still have the ball. Toring again. He feeds it out to Rulofse. Ball still there. They just got to show a little bit of patience. Picked up again by Toring. Taken in there by Basson. Toring again. He feeds Khan, and Khan is a strong runner with ball in hand, but great defense that time by Boland. This time they opted to go to the right-hand side. Devenacher again with ball in hand. The referee says not rolling away, and there's another penalty. And the penalty count is racking up here against Boland.
They're going to have to watch the discipline. Coach Morris, or referee rather, Morris Van der Westhuizen won't let it slide for too long.
Okay, let's make a decision.
Again, a good run there by Devenacher. always gets over the advantage line, and there you can see the referee says deemed him not to have rolled away from the tackle.
Hulle gaan kantlyn toe, het hulle gesê.
So they're going to kick for the
Let's
line
go.
again. It's going to be Marlo Wyk. And can they set up a good throw, a good catch, and a good move?
6 that's got to get out before you can contest.
From that angle, Marluvaich has to take a bit more care, maybe put it a little bit closer to that
We're going to go.
try line. You know, it just makes the drive easier. But they've got to win the line out first.
Knock on.
Again, it's a scruffy, real scrappy line out there for SVD.
Good counter, just no hand.
It's a knock-on advantage out to Boland
That's it.
Cavaliers.
Excellent counter, Rock. No advantage. No advantage for the knock-on in the line out.
So they're going to have a scrum here, the Boland Cavaliers. As we're about 10 minutes away from this first half. In the first half that we saw, the first 10 minutes, Boland Cavaliers, they came out storming and really put 2 scores on the board.
I don't think they played him in there. I just
Slowly but surely, SVD Eagles, they've come into this match. But as you said, Morgan, just a few decision-making that they just got to question themselves on.
Ek sê vir jou dadelik as dit foul spel is sal ons daarmee deel, maar ek voel op hierdie oomblik is 'n goeie contest. Op jou boelie. Stop. Lay off there. Okay, come on. Good standard, gents.
See Lamprecht again there at first receiver. Certainly he's a good ball carrier here for Boland Cavaliers.
Fine.
They need to have a good scrum here to set up
Sit.
potential move there. That's going to be a penalty
First one.
to Boland Cavaliers,
Number 1.
and that's unfortunate for SVD.
First infringement.
And we're going to go back to maybe a minute or 2 ago where they had opportunity to kick for points and opted for the line. And now this happens, Wilkes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't really say that, you know, that this is the third penalty in this area. There could have been 9 points, but the reality is, at the very least, they've let 3 to 6 points go already in this area. Fairly easy kick at posts rather. And at 14-7, the game's so evenly poised. Wind slightly into the faces of them. I think that'll be a victory for them going into halftime at a 14 points to 10 down.
Yeah, and that's a good touch finder again there by Davis, taking play about 5 meters or so, still inside their own half. But it's going to be Boyson with the line out throw, and that's a really good catch there by Bernardi. Again, here come Opperman in the midfield, going over the ball. Again, not rolling away, says the referee.
You are fine.
And just like
But
that,
if
from the
6 doesn't get
penalty,
out, you can't
5
contest.
meters out from their own try line, to a line out, to another play. They got an opportunity to take play deep into the half year of SVD.
Both number 6s have just got to get out. Thank you.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Eugene. 2 pieces of ill discipline, and all of a sudden, the Eagles find themselves with what should probably be deep inside their own 22 if the ball goes out, which it doesn't.
Again, not a touch finder there as Abrams here puts foot to ball. It's going to be a line out here for apologies for the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers, midway between the 10-meter line and the 22. Maybe just looking for that tad bit too much there, Davids, on that penalty kick. But all being said, they still got the line out here. It's going to be Boyson to feed.
Black. Boland, get in.
Again, Michael Bernardo, he gets the ball, quick ball out to September. Lamprecht taking the ball
Tackle
into
now,
contact.
release.
Ball still there for September. Just got to watch the line. Williams again this time, and he's a good ball carrier as well for the Boland Cavaliers. And that is a penalty for holding on, says the referee to SVD. And this is a chance for them to get back into the half year of the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers.
They're really going to look to speed things up. Do the Eagles. The game just hitting a bit of a lull, you know, that importance of those 5 to 10 minutes either side of halftime can be so vital in the outcome of results of games. And it's an opportunity here now for the Eagles to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and score next and potentially go into the halftime with a very, very narrow deficit. There's Maruluvaich. He's marshaled the troops fairly well in this opening 35 minutes.
Advantage knock on.
And again, they can't get their own line out going. Again, that man there, Mars, taking the ball into contact. So they're going to come back for the knock-on advantage from the line-out. And they just can't get their line-outs going at all in this first half.
Maybe just trying to be too fancy. Once again, Eugene, no contest from Boland. Just throw the 2-ball, get the ball back in play, come down, set up the driving maul, get all 8 of Boland defenders in, suck them in, exhaust them as much as you can, set up a pot in the midfield, bring the forwards around the corner. Back to basics rugby.
It's going back before the set.
Unfortunately, trying to be too fancy, too creative at line-out time, and it's costing them.
Here's another scrum here to Boland. You can guarantee they're going to try and run it out.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
It's a good scrum again by Boland Cavaliers, putting SVD under enormous pressure, and they're going to get the penalty advantage. The ball comes out here to the right winger, Hoffman. He takes ball into contact. And I'm sure they're going to come back for the penalty.
It's not the same picture. You've got your arms passed, so you've got 2 penalties.
So it's
This one, yeah.
a penalty here to the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers, and again a chance here for Davids. See if he can find a good touch. More importantly, he's just got to find the touch.
So often we talk about what makes average rugby players really, really good. And often it's the error count. Very good rugby players limit their errors, don't make very many silly errors. And if these either side here want to pick things up and really start to put teams under pressure, then they've got to eliminate the basic errors that they're currently making.
Well, here's Boyson again with the feed on the 10-meter line of SVD Eagles. 4 minutes to go to the end of the first half. It's a quick ball out there to Davids. Opperman also with a quick ball to Aronson. Aronson just couldn't hold the ball there as it went into contact. And that certainly have livened things up here for SVD, as they certainly enjoyed that moment.
As I talk about errors, basic error in midfield, Eugene.
Let's go, please.
I just understand about the offload, but they were right next to each other there, and there were 2 defenders there, and maybe somebody just had to take it into contact and then try and set up another play. I understand both teams want to really play quick, fast attacking rugby, but sometimes you can take it through the face, you can be patient.
One gets the feeling
Crouch.
teams want to go wide too early. You've got to earn the right, you know the old cliche, you've got to earn the right to go wide. You've got to set that target. You've got to get teams on the front foot before you can just go wide.
Sit.
And just that one extra pass there from the Cavaliers resulted in the knock-on.
That's another scrum penalty for Boland Cavaliers. And in fact, the referee's going to have a word. In fact, he's going to have a word with the captain.
Captain. Where's the captain?
His way all the way there.
We've got a commitment before the game that there will be a breakfoot. The picture that he's presenting at the moment is not good enough. Right? His foot is so far back. The goal of the breakfoot is to get the stability in the scrum, and there's no stability in the scrum. So, yes, if we can sort that out, please. Otherwise, we need to see if we can get another hooker that can sort it out for us.
I think that was nicely explained there by the referee. Spoke very nicely and hopefully well understood. If you can't shape up, we'll get somebody that can do it.
Big scrum there from the Cavaliers. Very difficult to find stability when you're under that much pressure, Eugene.
It's a lot of pressure, a lot of force going through that scrum there.
Dit is 'n verskillende goed, maar ek het nou met hulle gechat. Maar dis nog nie bewaar nie. Ek het nou met hulle gechat, so hulle as hulle jy weet nie verander nie.
Now the referee is just explaining to the captain, Marsh, as well.
Very good communication from referee Marius van der Westhuizen.
Dankie. Time on.
Yeah, and I think that's good as Davids finds his touch, and that's an excellent kick. But as you said, communication from the referee to the players, I think that's always encouraging to the players, and that also helps consistency. So everybody knows where they stand. As you look at that kick there by David. Attacking line at Boyson with the feed. Again, a great catch there by Bernardo. Is that Maul itching forward?
Okay, he's through the middle.
Referee's still happy that Maul is
Now
itching
he's from
forward.
the side advantage.
Now the referee's got his arm out for a penalty advantage. This is going to be a free play. September, Davids, Hoffman. Stepping twice off his left there just to see if he can get into a gap. September still going left as Lamprecht with a great line. Well spotted there by
Lines.
there. Decided to go to the right now as Marsh, the captain himself, with ball in hand. Williams gets it out to Davids. Mitchell keeps the ball alive.
Side entry at the Maul.
Unfortunately,
Issue
they're going
was
to
fine.
come back here for the penalty. It was side entry, as the referee said. And what are we going to see here as the halftime hooter has gone?
Okay. Scrum down.
So they opted for the scrum, and I think, folks, this is not a bad idea, yes, from
You did so well.
Boland Cavaliers, and immediately this will put that front row of SVD under enormous pressure.
Please.
Big scrum is needed. We'll soon see whether the communication from referee Morris has worked or not.
I think that makes it also a very good decision by Marsh to go for the scrum, and immediately that scrum will be under pressure. So as we said, the referee said, you either shape up or we'll get somebody that can do it. So let's see how they shape up here. Again, the powerhouse of Boland Cavaliers. Again there. Again, there's an advantage play. At the strides there. As simple as you like. And that is the captain, Thurlow Marsh, who gets the try. And that try is going to take us here to half-time with the kick to come from the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers. The pressure told. Great decision for me. That was a superb decision to go back to the scrum, knowing that SVD will be under enormous pressure. And straight away they were. And over he went. It was a simple try at the end. They had the penalty advantage as well. And they certainly deserved this 19.7 lead over SVD Eagles with a kick to come. Ashton Davids, he hasn't had a kick from this side, from the right hand side of the field as yet. Here's the kick, and looks good from our angle that we have, and that's over, and the 2 points is added, and the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers goes out into a 21.7 lead as the referee blows for halftime here in this encounter.
Once again, massive scrum there from the Cavaliers, and one almost feels like this try and the conversion is somewhat of a 10 to 14 point turnaround, considering the points that the Eagles left out on the field and the importance of it being so close to halftime.
Yeah, and that was a simple try, and we go into the halftime here at Roy Camp Sports Ground here in Ceres in this Currie Cup First Division match here between the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers and the Pangela SVD Eagles. It's the Boland Cavaliers leading by 19.7. Join us in a bit for the second half. Back here to Ceres here at the Roy Camp Stadium here for this Currie Cup First Division clash between the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers and the Pangela SVD Eagles. Crowd has come in here and watched a very good first half, especially from the Boland Cavaliers as they went on to a 21.7 lead. With me, Morgan, Newman. What's your take on that first half that we've seen?
Yeah, it was a very interesting first half, it must be said. It was almost, one wants to believe, the Cavaliers started like a house on fire there. September going over, big, strong scrum once again. And you mentioned it later on in that second half. The opening couple of minutes, they really looked as if they were going to just completely run away with it. There we see another try down the back line, ball through the hands. And just at a canter, they're going for their second. And then it seemed that they somewhat fell asleep through the middle part of that first half and opened the door for the Eagles to get right back in it. They showed how dangerous they can be with ball in hand. They held it through a couple of phases. Then this man, he was so dangerous. Step, beat a couple of defenders, and then still had the presence of mind. JP Duvenacher to pass inside to Edwin Sass, who goes over and scores. The Eagles' only try of that first half, and then it seemed as though that may have sparked this Cavaliers side back into life later on in that first half. With another massive scrum, they managed to lay the platform to eventually their captain, Thurlow Marsh, just needed to dot it down. It took the scoreline to 27 points, to 21 points to 7 rather. And considering the amount of points that the Eagles left out there in that first half, just kickable penalties, will be interesting to see their approach in this second half, Eugene.
That's what I was going to come and ask you about. But there were a number of penalties and kickable opportunities for SVD Eagles that they decided no, they weren't going to do that. And we were sort of debating, yes, do they take the points? Do they go for the line? We know the line-out wasn't working, and it still hasn't worked the duration of that first half. So and welcome back here to Roy Camp Stadium here in Ceres for this Currie Cup First Division clash between the Sanlam Boland Cavaliers and the Pangela SVD Eagles team. Boland Cavaliers enjoying a 21.7 lead. With me is Morgan Newman, and Morgan, first half certainly had everything. Boland Cavaliers started very, very well. SVD came back strongly with the try, and we thought maybe with a few penalties going their way, they could have edged away closer. But a few decision-making errors as well, maybe costing them as well at times. But certainly an interesting first half that we've seen there.
Yeah, very, very interesting first half. The Eagles by no means out of this one. Although one does feel they'll have to score next, so that they use the win to a certain degree. As we see the crowd go crazy for the two club sides that have just taken to the field.
Yeah, it seems like this Currie Cup game is the curtain raiser to the club games happening later on. But there we see the SVD side, coached by Zane Kirshner. He'll certainly get them up. He's a man that has his heart on his sleeve, and he'll certainly get these men going, as well as some of the crowd enjoying what's happening out there. Certainly a few key men in this SVD side, as we see Edwin Sass. He got the try. He comes from. He's played his rugby out there in Georgia as well. JP Devenach, another man. We spoke about him earlier. He's played Varsity Cup for Simless as well. Roscoe Seister, he's been part of the SA Sevens Academy. So they've got men that can certainly turn this game around. But it certainly's got to start off first and foremost with a set plays. We've seen the scrums. We've seen the line. It hasn't been effective for them. And I think that's where it's going to start for me.
You hit the nail on the head, Eugene. Most games are won or lost up front. Set piece is vitally important. They've got to sort out that line-out. They've got to get the scrum. They've maybe just got to go channel one ball in and out. Not even look to contest as the teams bind. Ball needs to go in channel one, needs to come out as quickly as possible and just eliminate the contest altogether at scrum time. And then maybe the same rules apply at line out time. Just throw the two ball, get the ball back into play, set up the driving more, which we know can be effective for the Eagles. Suck in the ball and defenders and then allow backs versus backs.
Yeah, and they've got certainly some great backs. Men with good feet as well in the back line do the Eagles. We still await to see where the Boland Cavaliers team is going to come out here. There's a crowd, they're certainly coming in here to enjoy a a simply great day out here at Roy Camp. Behind us, of cars aplenty, music blasting as well. Beverages aplenty being enjoyed, but certainly as well as the rugby being enjoyed here as well. So how do SVD play this? Do they play the territorial game first and foremost here? Try and play most of the game in the Cavaliers' half? Or do they continue with the type of rugby they're playing? And that is quick ball and then with a kick through behind the defensive line.
I definitely think that ball in hand approach has got to be the order of the day. The wind is slightly in favor of the SVD in the second half, I would say. So potentially look to find grass, keep it nice and low, play in the right areas in the field, and then once they're in the strike zone, it's discipline, holding onto the ball, back to basics, and start to put this Cavalier side under pressure.
Yeah, you said basics there, and I think that's the key. I just feel at times that we're a bit too quick to move the ball, not taking it through the phases a little bit. It's just got to be patient. Maybe that way, drawing in the defenders, as you constantly say, keep drawing these defenders in. Here's the coach, the head coach of SVD Eagles, Zane Kirshner. Still looks like he can find his way into that forward pack there for them, but I'm sure he's enjoying his coaching stint as well. As we see the Cavaliers make their way out to the middle now. So can we see Boland really stamp the authority on this game? Or are we going to see SVD get back into it? Certainly from a spectacle point of view, they certainly want to do that. The last two encounters that Boland have played, they've mustered up 46 and 48 points. And they're certainly halfway there to the 40s already in this game. As we see Davids, he's going to kick things off here for us in the second half. Straight out to big Tottesil. Taken into contact there again as Turung. He's going to opt for the box kick, and that ball seemed to have gone backwards and not forwards. That has been knocked forward. It's been charged down, but they're going to come back here. They're going to come back for a knock on. So it's a really scrappy start here in the second half. That play is going to reset here.
Not the start you would have wanted if you had just walked out of the tunnel after having had a stern word with your players.
That's not the type of start, and straight away in the second half they're going to have to come up here with the scrum on their 22 SVD Eagles. And this is where that tight five there of Boland Cavaliers, they've enjoyed themselves at scrum time.
Line. Long line. Sit.
Here's the scrum again, the shove coming through, ball's come out. Turung, he finds way. That looks a really good kick, and that's a good touch finder there by the fly off. Taking play about 3 meters inside their own half here. That's good clearance, that's good play. That's sort of the basics that they want to do, clear the lines as quickly as they can.
That's almost the Channel 1 ball we speak about. In and out, no mess, no fuss. Marlu Vaich standing nice and deep in the pocket, using his angles very, very well and finding a very good touch.
And that is just Opperman. He's just trying to tie his laces before we get things going here again. It's going to be Boyson to feed the line out again, and they've been excellent at line out time, the Cavaliers. Nada again, getting a good ball out. Davids. It's a good strong run in midfield. And the referee again saying there to SVD, you're not rolling away. That was a good run there by Opperman. He's now without the scrum cap. Davids with the opportunity to gain some more territory here for the Cavaliers.
Number two. Number two. Number two.
It's a good touch finder taking play to the 22 of SVD.
Big strong carry up through midfield there. Seemed to be a clash of heads in midfield as well. So some running repairs on the field.
Now we're going to see the maul now, this time here by the Cavaliers. Boyson again with the feed.
Injury. Sorry.
So it looks like the number 8 there
Yeah,
for
sorry, I didn't see
SVD
that.
going off the field. That's Michael Kluti. He's going to be replaced. As you said, it's look like a clash
Ja,
of
ons
heads
gaan nou
there.
tyd is af. Ja, sure. Okay, just wait. We just need to get a guy on, please. Is he on?
Like that's
Okay.
Uzil.
This is the middle.
Taylor.
Half a meter, please.
It's come up for SVD.
Time on. Kom ons gaan asseblief. 2.
That has eluded the jumpers as well. And that's picked up at the back there by Card. But that's quick ball, and again the ball's been put to foot and it's
that
gone
mark.
directly into touch. And that is the basic errors we spoke about. He's looking for a quick ball. Yes, there were acres of room, but the kick going directly into touch.
Yeah, miss or lack of communication there between 9 and 10. We know Marlon is striking it really, really well. He's under pressure. The maul hasn't even really developed. Scrum-off is trying to come off the base, peel off the back. Maybe just set the mark, play it back to your 10, and let him find
Okay.
the
Let's go,
comfort of the
please.
right-hand touchline.
Boyson with the feed. Goes to the back. That's Marsh. But again, it's Khan that comes away with it for the Eagles. This time he
Stay here,
fades
Green.
away.
Stay.
That ball's up in the air.
Stay
Where are the
onside.
chasers?
Dankie.
Ball's coming here to Engelbrecht, the try scorer from the first half. And he sets it up nicely for September. He's had a good game so far. Outside again. Marsh. He's always a willing runner, the captain. Sets the ball out nicely for September. Davids was
lifted.
back in the pocket.
Stay here, Black.
Starts to kick
Thank
it.
you. All
And here
onside.
come the chasers. Engelbrecht. Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell gets the ball. And that's
Big
a
game.
great take. Super take by Xavier Mitchell. Set up nicely. And here's September with quick ball in hand. He feeds Opperman. He runs into a green wall, so to speak. That green wall has forced the knock on. That's excellent defensive work there by
Not a knock on,
SVD.
but it's accidental.
Once again, it's that man. Really, really good defense from Damon Royal. He's sure what he's done.
We're gonna
Double
go.
hits there. Or rather, not Damon
We're
Royal.
gonna go.
Seems as though it was Dian Basson stopping Boland
we need to
attack
go.
in
We
its
need
tracks,
to-
and eventually,
It's not a front row. We need to go.
with that second shove, the ball just getting dislodged.
One day game. Okay.
This has been great work
Bring him
defensively
on.
so far here by the men in green.
Bring him on.
Another stoppage here now, just for an injury.
I believe he's being subbed. I believe someone said he's being subbed. Otherwise, we're going to go. Okay.
Just trying to clarify whether he's being subbed, as you can hear it through the mic ref there, or the ref's mic, I should
Okay.
say.
Time on. Let's go.
Tongue twister now. Looks like they're going to go.
That's it.
Mike could be the ref too, don't worry, Eugene.
He could be, but we all know his name is Marius.
Yeah. Crouch.
Man, Dian Basson that got the needed attention there. He did put in a big
Crouch.
hit there. So Turing,
Fine.
Session Turing, he's going to feed the ball here now.
Sit.
They get a good scrum. And it's a massive scrum again by Boland, putting SVD under enormous pressure, but eventually the ball comes out. Given tries to put the foot to ball. As well picked up there by Hoffman for the Cavaliers. September, he finds Davids. Swings it out here to Jansen. Jansen with a step off his left. He feeds or tries to find Xavier Mitchell. But what a pickup that was by Vig. Referee is happy for play to continue. It's the left winger, Engelbrecht, again with ball in hand. And the referee again blows on his whistle, and this time he's going to speak to someone for not rolling away.
Captain,
He's going to have another word there to the captain, Roscoe Seister.
you clearly have an excellent stealer in the number 6, but your team has to assist him to get out. He wants to steal, but there's continuously tacklers in the way.
Anticipation. I think they're pulling on guys, they're holding us there. When we're trying to roll out,
I'm not seeing it. If I see that, I will
It's
definitely.
happening now.
If I see that, I will deal with it, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. Thank you. I can net met hulle gepraat, hulle is 'n bewoning vir not
Complimenting
rolling.
they're saying that they've got an excellent ball stealer in the number 6, that man Damon Royal, but it is his assisting or support that's not rolling away the person that's put the tackle in. He doesn't roll away, so in that fact it's difficult for the referee to allow play to continue.
Once again, really, really good communication there from referee Marius van der Westhuizen.
Okay, number? Do you know who's going, number? Okay, speed.
So there, the number 4 of SVD, he's going off. Liam Tattersall.
Okay, who's the
Brown
receiver?
is going to come on for him, but Boyson here with the feed to the line. He finds Bernarda. Ball to Orense. The ball eventually making its way to Boyson at the back. Now then, the maul's going. The maul is still going forward, and this is a much better wall. The referee's deemed that the maul has been held up.
That's in it.
And the referee, in fact, has got his arm out for a penalty advantage as ball comes out again. Davids, he finds Mitchell. Mitchell finds Jansen. Jansen, as simple as you like, finds Hoffman. And that's a very simple try. Excellent work by the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers. And over they go for another try. And smiles are plenty there. And that was well deserved. And again, excellent play from the forwards here on the left-hand side. Great move, great setup. Eventually they had the penalty advantage as well. And this time they opted to keep the ball in hand, as you suggested so many times, Morgs. And just got that ball through the hands with so many defenders sort of attracted to the ball, and that was a simple try for the right winger, Hoffman. And these worrying times there for Zane Kirshner. His team just simply can't get going here. There's the kick. And that has been drifting to the left-hand side, so the scores remain Boland Cavaliers 26, SVD Eagles 7.
Not what you want to see if you're the Eagles coach, but so easy down the back line. Eventually it goes. Just 3 passes in the corner. And is it too early to say that that might just be the nail in the coffin in terms of the end result for today? Although still plenty of rugby to be played, Eugene.
Plenty of rugby still to be played, and SVD just got to find a way as Davids finds touch here for Boland. In fact, that was Hoffman's 6th try already, and this is only in the 3rd game for Boland Cavaliers. So he's had an excellent start to this Currie Cup campaign here for the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers.
There has been patches with this ball outside. It's look really, really impressive.
Khan with the feed out to the back, but that's well stolen. At the back there. The ball's now been lost. Now can SVD spring an attack going forward, and that's an excellent kick. Is that going to be a 50-22? It is, in fact, a 50-22, and that's a really awesome kick, in fact, there by SVD. And that's going to allow them to put the throw into the line inside the 22 of the Boland Cavaliers.
Goeie call. Bal was binne gerip. Ja. Mooi.
It's going to be Khan again to feed this line, and this sparks something here for the men in green. Managed to hold on to that, and it's taken in there by Basson. He gets it out to some of the big men. Foraging forward there for them. Touring again with quick ball. He finds Sass. Gerard is really good. Switch of play. Big. Opposite kick the ball left. It's a good high kick.
Green.
Ball has continued to go back. Still there for Touring. Vig again with ball in hand. He's got quick hands. Finds Lali.
Got it. Great turnover.
Looks like it's been turned over, says the referee. Excellent turnover, in fact. September, Davids, Lamprecht. Lamprecht spots a gap, but he's well kept up there by Sass. Ball's now on the ground. Still there for September. Davids. Good throw out to Opperman. He finds Williams. Williams passes the ball over the top. And the referee. And the referee stopped playing. I think that has been really good from the referee. Excellent work by the referee as well as the players around. Was a big hit there in midfield.
Good refereeing there by Morris, spotting the head knock immediately. Stopping play, of course.
Are you happy? Just want to check.
The health of players of utmost importance.
Yeah, that it is, and you have to say,
Doc.
Desane, he's not a big man, and if a man like Williams come running at you with some pace.
Are you the doctor? Are you the doctor? I clearly just okay. Yeah, I
Just
saw.
going to hear what the referee
when
says
he
here.
got up, I saw his eyes were rolled back, and he was very unstable. Yeah. So I don't think it's safe for him to continue.
Okay.
Again, I think that's really good refereeing for me. He's identified that the player got hit hard, and it showed when he tried to get up there more. So I think in the interest of the player safety, player well-being is always comes first and foremost. So they're going to make that change now. This looks like another Boyson, Zinedine Boyson coming on for SVD. And he's going to come on for the left winger, Mpo Sane. So play's going to start just inside the half here of Boland Cavaliers. September with ball in hand, everybody to the left hand side of this scrum.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
It's another shove on there by Boland. And again, it's another penalty advantage that's going to go the way of Boland Cavaliers here. They just can't withstand the pressure at scrum time.
Fresh legs doesn't really help the Eagles. And Boland all too happy to just keep it in, milk the penalty, and will march play another 20 or 30 meters down into the Eagles' half.
Davis with a touch fine, and that's a good kick, taking play inside the 22 of SVD. And this was the power at scrum time, and we've seen it all so many times in this match. The power of the Cavaliers at scrum time over SVD. So again, and that's a throw right to the front, and that's excellent play, and over they go. It looks like that's September. It is September. Simple play. Another set piece, another try, and I think surely they are itching their way to another 40-point here with what we've seen as Crystal September scores the easiest of tries, and that's his second already in this match. Just seems so simple now for the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers. They've got it all to do here, SVD Eagles. It's not going to be easy against a side as rampant as the Cavaliers at the minute, but they've just got to find a way. David's going to see if he can add the 2 points. He's right on the right-hand touch line. Breeze will be blowing from his right to left. Here's the kick. Oh, and it hits the crossbar, and that's not going to go over. So the score is going to remain the Sanlam Boland Cavaliers 31, Bangela SVD Eagles 7.
That's a try straight off the training ground. The short throw, the inside ball, and over September goes for his second.
JP van Schoon, he's a new hooker on for the Cavaliers. He replaced Boyson. It's now Opperman again. The big number 7, the burly number 7 here for the Cavaliers, again making yards across the advantage line. September gets a quick ball back. Here's Davids with the ball out to the right, and that ball's gone straight into touch. And that time that play hasn't quite worked out the way the Cavaliers wanted, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind that, because we're heading again for SVD lineout, and they've certainly not been the smoothest set piece for the men in green. So Khan again.
Just get your timing.
He's going to feed the line. Can he find a jumper? Tries to find Bassan, but it's been stolen again by Marsh. Now it's a time again for Boland Cavaliers, and here they come. That's Mitchell with ball in hand. Sort of shows he's going to pass it out to his left. Play still inside the 22. Out it comes again here for Boland Cavaliers. Always there for them. Always there for September to get. He fires it back here. That ball has gone out. That's a decent kick. Making sure of his touch. Another line out here. And finds his jumper. This time does Card. Taken in by Cole Hygard. And it comes for SVD, and that's a massive hit. That is an absolutely massive hit. Now the players are just going to greet each other, have a few things. Probably saying where they're going to meet each other later for that beverage. Talk about this game, but that was a massive hit in midfield there.
Captain?
Yeah,
Captain,
big collision in
is the captain
midfield.
now?
Good, hard, honest rugby. Unfortunately, just boiling over slightly in the end.
Okay. Just give us space. Your number 20 has just come onto the field now. This game is being played in an unbelievable spirit. He comes and he's pulling other guys. Because of the spirit of your team, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt this time. But if that happens again, I will deal with him. Okay, we're going to play the scrum.
So just telling off by Marius. The game has been played in a really good spirit. A lot of excitement building for probably the main game after this, it seemed. But for now, our attention goes to this scrum. As we have a new front row, both teams. Rittles and Leonard formed a new front row there for SVD.
Sit.
Also on here for September is Geldernace as well. He's another live wire at scrum time, and that's a much better scrum. And that's a much better scrum for SVD. And that's time they get the penalty at scrum time.
Number 3, I ask you to get a long bind. Ask you to get a long bind.
That time is Dayan van der Westhuizen being told off. It looks like they can go for the tap and go, because certainly at line-out time it hasn't been working for them at all.
You spoke about what options are left. That's the option that's left for the Eagles, Eugene.
Ball comes out again now. SVD, can they make a play? Big ball. Weg again. Opts to kick the ball cross field. That's a fair catch. The left winger again.
Here we go, 20.
He's had a good game. Yes, Engelbrecht.
Thank you.
That's not going to find touch at all. That's in fact going to go in play. Weg, he runs forward. He loses one. And the ball has been knocked on. Now it's a chance of the Cavaliers. Geldernace, he finds Jansen. He pops it up to Engelbrecht. Takes 2 men to bring him down. As a penalty advantage again here to Cavaliers. Davids, he finds Van Schoor. And they're going to come back here for
no advantage.
the penalty.
13, yeah.
It's a high tackle there. This is the referee, Marius. It's going to be a penalty.
I get
here
it's difficult at high speed, but it's still
Boland
high.
Cavaliers. Let's have a local man here, Geldernace. He comes from the Sears Valley here. So I'm sure some of the locals would love to see him here on the field as well. Maybe get some input.
Good to go. This one. Thanks.
Yeah, just slightly
Come
high,
on.
over the
Let's
shoulder.
go, please, Boland.
Acknowledge his mistake. Play carries on.
Excellent throw, excellent catch. Geldernace, he finds Davids. Who goes out there to midfield again. Davids. Oh, and it's an excellent catch. Have to say, one-handed. They're still going on. Geldernace digging for it. Comes out again. That's quick hands. That goes out to Van der Westhuizen, and he's barging forward. He decides to put the foot to ball. That time he just didn't get anything going. As it says to the captain there of SVD, he's decided to see if he can run himself out of trouble. He's brought down inside the 22. Weg again, he passes right left. Here's Sass. What can he conjure up here?
Sackless.
Too many defenders. Comes out
Stay here,
again.
Green.
He's deciding he's just going to clear his lines
Okay.
and find touch, and that's a really good touch finder under pressure. But what a barnstorming run there by Dayan van der Westhuizen. Always great to see a big number 3. Big drop forward, running hard yards, trying to put the pace on, going forward.
I must agree with you, Eugene. It is great to see. What's not great to see is the prop trying to put it on the boot eventually. Maybe best just hold on to the ball, set up another phase, and bring the big boys around the corner. But it was great, quick ball there through midfield. Against the grain, he steps off the one and then beats a couple of defenders. And the rest.
Excellent throw, excellent catch again. And here they come, Lamprecht again, excellent line run. He just runs straight lines. Ball comes out here to Jansen. He cuts in. Oh, that's going to be a high tackle by Devenacher. It's definitely a penalty advantage. I'm sure they're going to call it back now. Or wasn't it, as players still continuing here. Oh, and they're trying to put the foot in. SVT are going to come away with the ball. About 5 meters out. Tuarang finds the big number 6 and over he walks across the line. That's Damon Royal. Morris, he's going to come across to his assistant referee, and I'm sure that happened right in front of us, and that must be said. And that definitely looked high from where we were sitting.
Guys, I don't need you now, thank you. Was it in the team record? Okay. And then I'm going to go yellow card. Number? Okay. Captain?
Seems as though Morris may have seen it just.
You've got to take control of your team and of yourself.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
Exactly.
Can I have a check?
Yes. I need number 12, please. No.
Looks like he's calling Sass. Edmund Sass, he's been called here and he's been shown the yellow card. And they're going to bring play all the way back here to about the 10-meter line.
I think he may have got the wrong number altogether.
You saw. Just trust the process.
Yeah, look, it was Devenacher that actually had his arm out.
There's also a
Sass came in. That's Davids. He's going to find a good touch finder again, taking play just onto the 22 of SVD. And yeah, Sass could feel a bit aggrieved by that yellow card because it looked it was Devenacher who actually had his arm out.
Between them, though, they had a little bit of a discussion. As in, it's okay, I'll take the rest between the centers. Seems as though there's a bit of an understanding there, Eugene.
Yeah, could well be, but it's going to be SB van Schoor. He throws it to the back.
Over
He
the
finds
15.
Mars, and here goes Opperman. Again with a good run forward. The defense is there, but the supportive runners are also there, helping him forward. Geldenhuys. Oh, that's a massive tackle again by the big number 6. He's put in the long yards as well. Big shift. That's Davids. He comes twice with his right. He's decided he wants to have ball in hand. He's had an excellent game. Marsh. Set up play, and that's just the experience shown there. Geldenhuys. He finds Mitchell. Lamprecht. Still Lamprecht. That time the ball's been lost forward.
Right. At the back.
But they're going to come back for a high tackle on Lamprecht. Certainly enjoy watching him play. He's very direct in his running.
Yeah, just too much ill discipline now currently from too many high tackles flying around currently from the Eagles. Coach Zane Kirshner won't be happy with the second half from his side.
Yeah, most of the game has been played in the half year of the Eagles. And we said at the start of the second half, Edmund Sass, he's going to spend some time off. As we said at the start of the second half, the game needs to be played in the half of Boland Cavaliers just to try and build some pressure there. And they haven't done that at all.
Come on!
So it's Van Schoor with the line. Finds his jumper, and here goes the maul. Scored with ball in hand at the back of that maul. So far, SVD holding their own at this maul time. Geldenhuys finds Lamprecht. Cut inside, ball still there.
Release now.
And it looks like it's been stolen by SVD. It's excellent work on defense. Ball's out now again, and Beck again with an excellent touch find, again under pressure, relieves a little bit of that, takes play again up to the 22 of SVD. 12 minutes to go here. As Devenacher, he's gone off now, and he's replaced by Clyde Lewis. It's going to be not difficult to miss him. He's got the brightest boots out there. Not sure if it's bright red or bright pink. We'll wait and see later on. But we
I
can't
thought you
miss
had
him.
it, that's why I played on.
So what type of set play can they conjure up here?
Okay, let's go, please.
The Cavaliers.
Let's go.
Throw is good, catch is good. It's come out again here. In fact, this Boyson has made his way back onto the field.
Out now, Green. No.
Haldenay's looking for the ball. Here it comes out. Van der Westhuizen carries well.
Tackle is out.
Sets the ball up nicely, picks it up. Again, that's excellent play by the prop forward. Not the best of passes that by Haldenay, but the ball's still there for him. Switching play does Davids. Not many out on this side. And that was just a miscommunication there as the ball goes into touch.
Okay, not going into touch.
Not
Option.
the best option that. With only himself and Thurlow Marsh on this left-hand side.
Not going into touch.
Game definitely hitting a bit of a lull once again, Eugene. Plenty of errors. Both teams really have to eliminate that error count. Unforced errors at that. Regroup, go back to basics. Often these mistakes do creep in when a couple of substitutions get made. It seems as though the Cavaliers are now emptying their bench. Captain Thurlow Marsh seems to have been replaced as well.
Yeah, these give Glamini, he's come on. He's going to take up the number 8 position there, as well as Kane Randall Boyson. He's also on. He's on the flank. But it's another excellent game by the captain, Thurlow Marsh. He's led his team very well. But this is going to be a scrum here to SVD.
Speak under correction, but Gift Glamini might have been Marty's rugby captain in the Varsity Cup before.
Another big hit, and this time it came from Mitchell in midfield, and the ball has been turned over. It's the right winger again picking the ball up. That's Hoffman. He's still looking for more tries. As said, he's got 6 tries in this competition already. Out it comes Haldenay's, Fiji's forwards, meter out. Haldenay's, and he's been held up. Ball still there for him though. Dr. Boyson it is, trying to get over. Excellent defensive work by SVD in this sort of latter stages here. Haldenay's.
Tackle.
Gets set up nicely, and this is excellent patience shown here by Boland Cavaliers, and that time the patience tell, and over he goes Opperman, and he's had a real storming game. Good ball carrier and a well-deserved try for him, as well as the son of Boland Cavaliers, Keenan Opperman. Excellent work, but for me it is the patience shown there by this team from Boland. Just setting up the phases, drawing in defenders, and then spotting a good time to offload out to the wide side, wide flankers, and Opperman that time almost waltzed in comfortably as you like, taking the score now to 36 points to 7. I say Ashland Davis has had a really good game as well. He's controlled matters as well here for his team. Can he add the 2 points? That looks like it's drifting to the left. So kick is unsuccessful. So the score remains Sunderland Boland Cavaliers 36 and the Pangela SVD Eagles 7.
Yeah, well, he spoke about it, Eugene, holding the ball through phases. Exhausting, coming around the corner, and eventually that man fully deserved it for his 5-pointer for the afternoon. He's been all over the park. Definitely one who's led from the front.
Excellent catch here by Williams. Comes up nicely, set up a maul, and here come the rest of the forwards.
Own players
That's his own player to ground. Referee says Boyson has got the ball there. Still going for the ball, and eventually referee says that's going to be a scrum here to SVD Eagles. So well done there off the kickoff. Boland Cavaliers tried to set up a maul, just couldn't get it going. It's going to be SV there to put the ball into the scrum. 7 minutes to go. Number of players coming from the Marties here at Cliff Lamini. He captained Marties not so long ago as well. So certainly an array of talent in both teams here.
Ek mag verkeerd wees, maar dit is ek het gesien. Wat sê? Niemand het my iets gesê nie, so dit is hoekom ek dis is ek het sien nou. Maar hy's always upright. Dis fine, maar ek het dit op die chest. Dankie.
Torrens is being spoken to. He's moved on to the right wing here.
Gaan nou weer hoor. Dan left, hoeveel tyd is oor? 8 minutes, guys.
So it's going to be Boyson 2 of the
Crouch!
for SVD.
Fine. Sit!
Vich. There's the man with the bright boots who's come on. Ball still there for SVD. In fact, it was Clive Kruger, the man with the bright boots. And the penalty has gone the way of the men in green. Vich. He tries to find his man there, but it's been intercepted. And here comes Engelbrecht, always looking for work. Geldenace. Ball goes out now. To the right, that's Mitchell. He decides to cut in. He check and pass that ball, and he finds Hoffman. And is Hoffman going to get in for another try? Yes, there is. What a play that from Boland Cavaliers. Turn the ball over. And that's going to be another penalty. It's going to be a penalty against Boland Cavaliers when they restart here.
Captain!
Because that just seemed a little bit unnecessary, that from Mitchell.
Yeah, not what you want to see after a try's been scored, especially when you're also leading 41 points to 7.
Time off.
Doesn't make much sense.
This game has been played in unbelievable spirit. Yeah. Your number 13 comes running in and he swears at the opponent in his face. It's totally against the spirit of the game. It's a yellow card to him, starting on the halfway with a penalty against him. The try stands because everything happened after the try.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate with the way this game has been played, as you heard. Marius says there, it's been played really in a great spirit. Those are things, especially after you've scored the try. It was a great run by Mitchell, it has to be said, but Hoffman again with the try. He's 7th of this campaign. And the kick is good. That was number 23, Nassan. He's added the 2 points, takes a score of 43 points to 7 for the Cavaliers.
There we see the big pass over the top, and this man pins his ears back.
It's a penalty.
Still a little bit of work to do, but beat a couple of defenders and over he went.
That is a penalty from the restart. He can't find his touch though. That's Viecha. And here comes Engelbrecht again. They certainly want to seem to run their way now. Every time they get a ball in hand, they're going to see if they can run as often as they can. Davis fires the ball back to Lamprecht.
Stay here, fight.
Lamprecht decides to put the left boot on it. Comes out to Abrams now, the fullback for SVD. And he finds touch inside the 22. And that's going to be a line out here to the Boland Cavaliers. And again, they've gone into the 40s for the third game running in this Currie Cup First Division season so far of 2024. Supposed to be thrown in again. Looks like Boyson, he's back on. He finds Williams. Geldenays, Davids, Lamprecht. He puts a left foot again, and he's going to find touch. Only about a couple of minutes left. And he's sort of that feeling of dwindling here to the end of this match.
Cavaliers will be happy to just run down the clock. The job has now been done. Hasn't been their greatest performance, but we've definitely seen glimpses of brilliance throughout the 77 minutes. And they'll remain unbeaten in the Currie Cup First Division.
Yeah, they certainly have a great start in this campaign. Stefan Leonard, he's going to throw the ball now in.
That guy's now 2 receivers. I gave a free kick early in the game. Please get it right.
Reset this one here. Leonard with a throw, again stolen there at the back. Davids flings it out. Opperman, Lamprecht taken down in midfield again there. Geldenays comes round, he's trying to dig his way towards that ball. Here a few of the forwards. Williams decides he wants to straighten the line. Countless time to get over the vantage line as well. Again, Davids is prominent in play. Geldenays, he gets it out to some of the big men. That time it was Gerrit Bester that went forward, as well as Nas Lamprecht. He fires it out there to the right inside. Play's been brought down just short of the halfway line. Davids gets some of the big men in midfield again. The defensive line here of SVD holding its own. Geldenays. Bester again. Here's Nasson. He decides to hold on to the ball in the tackle. Great decision that. Just sets up play. Geldenays again with ball in hand. He finds Boyson. Set up in midfield. Lamprecht. Pass the ball inside. Defensive line again holding its own here for the men in green. Again, Geldenays, he finds Boyson, the hooker. Couple of Boysons on the field here now for the Boland Cavaliers. Williams again. Not making much ground going forward. Now it seems the defensive line, the defensive work of the Eagles holding their own. And that's Davids. Ball there again. Goes out now. Engelbrecht, who's made his way from the left wing. He pops it out to Boyson. Geldenays ball in hand. He finds Opperman. And unfortunately, seemed to be a little bit of a knock on there. In fact, it might have been a forward pass. So not much ground being made there as this game is drawing to a close, Morgs.
Yeah, with only 1 minute left on the clock, you can see Marius van der Westhuizen trying to speed things up a little bit, trying to get the players off the ground. There's a couple of tired bodies out there. It has been a bruising affair for most. The collisions have been really physical. Both sides came out with the intent to play some really good rugby. I think, of course, the Cavaliers will be the happier of the two, of course, walking over the victory. And as we already mentioned, there were many stages during the game where we really saw what they can do with ball in hand. And likewise, the Eagles, I think, there was a 10-minute phase before half-time where they really looked impressive. Then, unfortunately, ill discipline and the like has let them down in the second half.
Yeah, ill discipline, and I think just the game plan of not trying to just hold on to the ball and maybe just try and kick for territory whenever they do get the chance, maybe led to that as well. But can they have the last say in this match? They're going to have the scrum midway between the 10-meter line and the 22-year of the Cavaliers. Ball comes out quite quickly. They're going to come back here again for a knock-on, and that has just seemed to be the story of the day here for the Pangela SVD Eagles.
Dis clear dominance, maar jou 9 het ons te vinnig gebruik. Less than a minute.
You can hear less than a minute to go in this match here.
Let's go, please.
A lot to think about for that man, Zane Kirshner. Early in this campaign. They're going to go away with their second defeat. The router does sound now. So this will be the last final play of this Currie Cup First Division clash here in Ceres at the Roy Camp Stadium.
Sit.
Holmes with ball in hand. Lamprecht has always been full of running. Davids again with ball. He's controlled this match quite well. Hoffman, he's going to side back. Gents, that's it. And what a win that has been for the Sunderland Boland Cavaliers over the Pangela SVT Eagles. They come up trumps here by 43 points to 7. Much enjoyed, well deserved. A game that, yes, it was littered with a little bit of handling errors and basic errors, but they've come up trumps. And there we have it, 43.7. Certainly, Ashland Davis, he's been named man of the match. He's had a storming game, led this Cavalier side from start to finish. And that, what a game that has been, Morgs.
Yeah, fantastic performance from both sides, but of course the Cavaliers showing why they're unbeaten in this competition, walking away victorious, 43 points to 7. Plenty of work for Zane Kirshner and his men as they pick up defeat of the Currie Cup First Division this year.
And from Roy Camp Stadium here in Ceres, we bid you farewell. Thank you for joining us here on DSTV Sport, watching this game here live, being brought to you live here from Roy Camp Ceres Stadium. Join us again for more Currie Cup action next week. Bye-bye to all.